Hello guys, good morning or good evening to everyone. Today's topic is GDG in JCL mainframe, and in this session one interview question is exists which is mostly asked from this topic. And what is GDG? GDG full form is Generation Data Group, and it is group of data sets that are related to each other chronologically or functionally. Chronologically means in a sequential order, and each of these data set is called a generation. The generation number distinguishes each generation from others. When we want to store important data over a period of time, we go for GDG. And syntax for GDG is like this: this is base, and this is generation of the GDG. Why generation? Because there is G and then N, then V version double M. If you run JCL first time, you will see the GDG version like this: G triple zero one, and when you run your JCL second time, you will see the version like G triple one triple zero two. Okay, and you can see here version number remains same. So, what's the reason for this? It is mentioned here. Version number need to be changed manually. Okay, these need to be changed manually. System won't increment version number generally. We increment version number when we need to update the file. Don't change in the existing file. Okay, copy V00 generation to V01 generation and then modify the V01 generation file. Okay, so it is the region of the version number. Okay, and there is like one file tss121.xyz.gdg and then generation number. Okay, and this is G double N double N. It's a generation which will be maximum up to 9999, and version number will be up to 99 only. And what is advantages of GDG? GDG dataset are referred in the JCL using GDG base and the relative number. So the same JCL can be used again and again without changing the dataset name, and this is the biggest advantage of GDG. GDG base has pointer to all its generation. When you want to read all the transaction done till today, you can easily do it by reading the GDG base if it is available. Otherwise, you have to concentrate, concatenate all the transaction file before reading. Okay, and maintain historical information by creating generation and GDG base creation JCL. Okay, this is the JCL which create the GDG base. So we are using here ID cam utility, and in sysin card we are defining the GDG. We are giving name of the GDG, and what will be the limit of the generation, and then empty or no empty, scratch or no scratch, expiry date, and owner. Okay, so different parameter which are used for defining GDG base is are mentioned there. Like first is name. Name is used to name the GDG base, and limit. It is specify the number of generation the GDG base can create at a time. Maximum we can create up to 255 generation at a time. And third parameter is empty. When the limit is reached and when we specify option as empty, then all the previous generation will be uncatalogued. Okay, like if limit equal to 5 and empty, assume we have submitted the job for 6 time. Okay, so these all the data set will be uncatalogued, and only this generation will be left on submission of job 6 time. Okay, so this generation will be only present. And the fourth parameter is no empty. When the limit is reached and we specify the option as no empty, then the oldest generation can be uncatalogued. In this, if like limit is 5 and there is no empty we are giving, assume we have submitted job for 6 time, so it will uncatalog the this generation, first generation, oldest generation, and other generation will be remain same, and number of generation at any time will be equal to the limit specified. And fifth parameter is scratch. We When we specify scratch, then all the uncatalogued generation will be permanently deleted. And when we specify no scratch, then all the uncatalogued generation will be temporarily deleted. And seventh parameter is expiry date. Is specify the date when the GDG base should be expired or deleted. If the GDG base is deleted, then all its associated generation will be deleted. And eighth parameter is owner. In this, we specify the user ID of the person who is going to create the GDG base. And default parameter for the GDG base is and no empty. Scratch and no empty. And create model data set. In this we are going to create model data set. This is model data set, and we have defined the this parameter space and dcb, and this is dsorg ps and lrecl 40, block size is 400, record format is fb. So we are going to use this model set data set into our generation dcb parameter, so that its its feature will be look like this model data set. So like there is generation is given plus one we are creating, and we are using program this, and after that it will create the generation of ps format, and which has lrecl 40, and block size is 400, and record format will be fb. And GDG generation will be created after the job compilation, means after your full job complete, only GDG version will create. It will not create after step complete. Okay, whereas PS file will be created after step compilation. Okay, how to identify the generation? Okay, GDG base, if you are giving here 0, it's mean current generation. And if you are giving here plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, so it is future generation which we are going to create. And if you are giving here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so we are actually using the previous generation in our JCL. And if we want to alter the GDG feature, so we have to use the IDCAM utility, and there is alter statement we need to use. Then your GDG base name and empty and no empty. You can change the you can change the feature of this. Like first there was no empty and the scratch, so we have given here empty and no scratch. And if you want to delete the GDG current version, you can delete like this using the IEFBR14 utility. There is 0 given. If you want to delete GDG base, full GDG base along with file, so you need to give this only. Okay, and like there is GDG base, there is GDG force also. You can use also the IDCAM utility also for deleting the GDG base or GDG file. Okay, using IDCAM. So you need to give this statement in the IDCAM utility. And one interview question is there, like there is first step, and in which you are creating the GDG generation plus one, and in second step you are using the plus one version which is created in this, and then you are creating this. So if step one is also executed successfully, it is not become the current generation of the GDG. Like if this step is completed successfully, So this generation will not become your current generation up until your job full job complete. At the end of the job only it will become the current version of the GDG. Even first step is completed successfully, we need to refer it as new generation in the next step. Like we are referring it plus one new generation in the next step. Thank you guys. That's all from my side. Please hit the like button and subscribe the